So how do you think we should start off 3030? Maybe we could hike across the Alps? No. Or run a marathon? I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. We could train for the next Winter Olympics. Okay, maybe not the best idea. My health insurance covers mild illness, not mildly displaced appendages. Okay, what about a motorcycle trip? Well, this could work, but where would we go? It's the middle of winter. Alright, let's check out our options. Not here. Okay, that's definitely too cold. I think Africa might be a little far away. I just googled what to do if your 500-pound motorcycle falls on you, so... How to watch the annual Geminid meteor shower. That's kinda interesting. Maybe this could work.
Hey, it's Tyler, and welcome to the first installment of 3030. And in this episode, we're gonna take this motorcycle into the middle of nowhere, in the middle of winter, all to see if we can catch sight of a few stray meteors. Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't it a little cold right now? And, yeah, you'd be right. That was last week. But we've had a brief warm spell, and I'll be damned if we don't try and make the most of it.
Our destination is the floating island, perched at the edge of the infamous Bonneville Salt Flats. Now, they call this place an island thanks to the desert mirages that make it appear to float in the middle of nowhere. The Geminid meteor shower is only visible once a year, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see it or not. But I'm hoping one of the darkest spots in Utah will give us a fighting chance. And this is our chosen steed, a Triumph Scrambler 1200 XE. Not your typical adventure bike, but trust me, it can get the job done. With a 1200cc parallel twin shouting through twin exit pipes, she's got plenty of oomph to get us there. And combine that with enough electronics to convince you you're better at riding than you actually are, brakes from a superbike, and nearly 10 inches of aspirational suspension travel, it's got the specs to make even a KTM blush. And I say aspirational for a reason. Adventure bikes occupy a unique segment of the market, often defined as being aspirational machines. They're the dream of your local dentist, doctor, and weekend warrior. But the sad truth is that most of these bikes will never see more dirt than your average mall crawler. Now, I'm not exempt from this stereotype either. In fact, I've owned 2 adventure bikes before this one and never been on what you might call an adventure. And there lies the problem. These bikes promise you the world, but it's just that, a promise. The rest is up to you. So let's stop babbling and talking about specs that only matter to a boardroom full of Triumph executives and see if we can turn this little aspiration into a reality. We start our journey here in Utah County. Our destination lies a few hundred miles away, and between us is some of the best open roads Utah has to offer. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the view.
Alright, gas stop number 1. We've done about 100 miles so far, and more to go. The only thing I am worried about right now is that it's a little late in the day. We got kind of a late start. So, hopefully we don't run out of light. Now we get to blast down I-80 at 80 miles an hour for an hour straight. All right. Well, we've reached a decision time. As you can see, the sun is setting fast, and due to no one's fault but my own, I left late. So we've got a couple of options. We can continue down I-80 at a blistering 80 miles an hour, getting buffeted by the wind for the next 30 miles until we get to Wendover, and then continue along those, I don't know if you can see that, mountains way out there, finally, eventually ending up way out there. I don't know if you can see that. That's the floating island. However, there's just this convenient road that we may give a shot. It looks like it goes straight there. Good idea? Bad idea? We've got plenty of gas, so I don't know, I say we send it.
With the sun setting and our destination in sight, I can't help but wonder exactly what I'm doing out here. This whole ride so far, all the what-ifs have been playing in my head. What if it's too cold? What if I didn't pack well enough? What if there's a rogue mountain lion that's starving from days stranded in the desert? And most importantly, what are we going to find at the end of this road? Hopefully a place to spend the night.
I think that this is gonna do. We didn't quite make it all the way to the floating island. We could have, but the sun's setting, and I think that this is going to make the best backdrop. I am a little concerned that I'm gonna sink, but I found this convenient old bottle of oil that I'm just gonna cut into a nice little piece to stop us from falling over. It's like moon sand out here. What am I doing? This is crazy. Like, I've never been out here, and this place is in my backyard. Okay, I'm gonna stop ogling and try and set up camp.
While actively doubting my life choices and the temperature dropping fast, I hurried to get camp set up before I turned into a human popsicle.
I don't know about you guys, but I am having a really hard time paying attention to setting up with this happening. Alright, the sun is just about set. Time for a house tour. Our abode for the night. First of all, chair, very important. Very important for the time-lapsing, very important for comfort, just, you know, a necessity. 4 inches of premium air. And tonight, good old beef stroganoff. Prepared by me, not a chef, because I am the only person out here alone. Yeah, I think I overpacked. Can you blame me? It's my first time. Cut me some slack, okay? I've never moto-camped before. This is the first time for a lot of things. I'm just hoping the bike doesn't fall over in the middle of the night. Alright, I'm gonna make some dinner, and then later, hopefully we see some meteors. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to eat freeze-dried food. Can't be that hard, right? Open package. Near top, remove and discard oxygen absorber. Oof, good thing I knew that was there. Carefully add 1 2/3 cups of boiling water. Okay, 1 2/3 cup. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's eat.
me set you down here. Oh, careful. Gotta get my spoon. Oh, Can someone remind me why I chose to come out here in December? When I had all summer to do stuff like this. Beats me. Alright, so it's about 7 o'clock at night. It's already super dark. Gemini's in the sky. Technically the meteor shower won't peak for another, 5 or 6 hours? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you nap at 7 o'clock at night? Or is that just going to bed? I'm gonna nap. Okay, no napping. The Geminids are right over a mountain range that way right now. It's pretty dark. I'm hoping that it's not too early to start seeing meteors. It is so dark out here. Absolutely nothing. Cannot forget the time-lapse chair. Alright, let's go find where we're in. This is a good spot. Yep, right next to the tent. Alright, let's see what we can do. Step 1, try not to get sand everywhere. We're going to try a 21/8 lens. It's probably the best one that I have for something like this. So the first thing we need to pay attention to is the good old 500 rule, which, if you don't know what that is basically a little equation for figuring out what the longest shutter speed you can achieve is without streaking the stars. It's pretty easy. It's just 500 divided by your focal length. It can get a little bit more complicated than that, but it's a really good starting point. Okay, I think the first thing we're going to do is figure out our focus and our framing, which obviously is easier said than done when it's pitch black outside. Let's figure out where Gemini is, kids. Oh, all the way over there. We are facing the wrong way. Bear with me. Okay, let's try that. Oh, it's stinky out here. Why is it stinky out here? Not a great smell. It smells like burning hair. Update. The burning hair smell? Oh yeah, that was me burning a hole in my hood with my headlamp. Quality. I think we're facing the right way. Let's give it a go, shall we? With the time-lapse running, the desert got quiet. And the thoughts I'd been having all day didn't. They got louder. What am I doing? I'm staring at myself for 30 seconds, trying to decide what to say. I feel underprepared. But overprepared at the same time. All of today, all the last week, getting ready, just making sure I had all the stuff, just to sleep one night somewhere. And now I'm here, and I'm constantly excited and terrified. It's a weird feeling. And it's so quiet. I don't feel like I've been alone in this way for the closest thing I can relate it to is like when you have those brief memories of being, I don't know, somewhere between the age of like 3 and 8, where you are awake in the middle of the night
Now you still know what to do. You can't go back to sleep. But you're alone, and it's dark, and you don't know what to do. I just constantly feel like I'm biting off more than I can chew. But I kind of think that's the point. Because tomorrow I'm probably going to feel totally different.
So I decided to wait it out. Because sometimes all you need to do is sit with your thoughts long enough to realize that greater things are just around the bend. Or in this case, outside the tent. Good morning. We survived, if only a little cold. I would love to say that I slept so well, but you know, I slept. I woke up to everything covered in frost this morning, including the camera. Thankfully, it does look like it completed its second time lapse. It did, however, shortly pass away after that, meaning the battery died. It's alright. It survived. But, yeah, mission success, hopefully. We're gonna find out later. Beautiful day for it, eh? Wish I'd woken up even earlier. Breakfast, then let's get the camp cleaned up, because we've got places to go, and it's only getting warmer. Alright, goals for today. Get home. Maybe see some things along the way. In fact, I think, if you can see it back there, that's the floating island. And we didn't make it there yesterday, so I think we need to do a loop around it. See what there is to see. Get a little bit of dirt in. Until we loop around, we'll hit Wendover, grab some food, boot, scoot, and boogie home. How's it fit? Yeah? You like the skull cap? Me too. Alright, I'm ready to go. Why don't we go check out this floating island, huh? Update. I was going to turn around to pick up the camera. Dumped it. This stuff is fine in some places, and it is a thin layer of mud, like grease right under the sand in some others. But my feet just keep slipping every time I try and pick the bike up, so just gonna keep trying. Here we go. I know I'm doing this wrong. It's the only way I can get enough purchase to lift. Oh! Oh God, we did it. Let's see if it'll sit on the kickstand. Lesson learned. Stay out of this.
All right, should we continue? Let's continue.
Our journey home starts with us looping around the floating island. From there, we have about 40 miles of dirt, scenic byways until we link back up with Pavement in Wendover, Utah. But until then, let's see if we can enjoy some of the best desert views on offer and hopefully keep this bike on 2 wheels for the rest of the journey.
So we've encountered a small issue, not a world-ending issue, but a small one. This bag has decided that it does not want to be attached anymore. The buckle just broke off inside of it. Oh, there it goes. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. I am probably just gonna be able to tie it off, and we'll live. But whew, all right, let's get that patched up and keep going.
That's 80.
When he's doing his run, he is saying buffeting.
Buffeting.
We did it.
Aspirations are a funny thing. You wake up one day with an idea that lives on the edge of a dream and reality. And you might not even realize how close those dreams are until you try. Sometimes all it takes is a little spontaneous action, a bit of bravery, and the drive to move forward. There will always be bumps. Things will get in your way, and in my case, it's mostly me. But that's why we do these things. Why we push to make Sunday's dream become Monday's reality. So here's to checking the first one off our list. See you next time, and thanks for watching.